today I thought you might want to see the background for a minute. Pretty cool looking, huh? This is Vinyl Keith coming at you with another video. Today I want to talk about The Clash. They were formed in 1976 in London. Of course, one of the most influential punk bands of all time. And I've liked them for quite a while now. They've always been kind of off and on. But I remember them back in the MTV days, you know. One of the first videos I ever saw was Should I Stay or Should I Go? I think that came out in '82. That was on the London Calling album. That's the first thing I can remember from The Clash, okay? And I've listened to them off and on for most of my adult life. And well, anyway, they were the original lineup was Joe Strummer on lead vocals and rhythm guitar. Mick Jones was on lead guitar. Paul Simonon, I always want to say Cinnamon. Paul Simonon was on bass, and then of course, well, the classic lineup had Topper Headon on drums. He joined during the recording of the first album, and a guy named Terry Chimes played on most of the record. I think Topper played on 3 or 4 songs on the first album. And since we're on the subject of the first album, here we go. This is The Clash. Man, is this a good record. Really good. This is the one, you know, again, this is one of the most influential albums in punk. This one and probably, I guess London Calling, but probably more so this, as far as influence. And I mean, London Calling sold more records, but still, people cite this as like very influential, and for good reason. You know, I've always liked I Fought the Law. You know, another single I think was Remote Control. I've got these written down. Yeah, Clash City Rockers and Complete Control. Those were the singles. I always liked London's Burning too. But yeah, I Fought the Law is a cool song. Very, it's kind of commercial, but it's cool. The thing about The Clash, you know, they were commercial. They did reggae. They did all kinds of styles, along with punk rock. You know, they've kind of just injected all these different styles in. That's what made them stand out. You know. But yeah, this is a cool album. And let's see, I didn't even tell you this yet. It charted number 12 in the UK and only 126 on the Billboard charts in the US. And it went gold in the US though. Silver in UK. The Clash debut album. Really cool album. I don't know if I showed you the back. There you go. Moving on. Second album was Give 'Em Enough Rope. Okay. And this was released the 10th of November 1978. And it charted number 2 in the UK and number 128 on the Billboard chart. And I listen to this sometimes. I don't listen to it as much as a couple of the other ones. But I do like Guns on the Roof. And All the Young Punks, New Boots and Contracts. That's a weird name for a song, but that's a good one too. And what was the singles were Tommy Gun and English Civil War. Those are good. I like the other two better. Good album. Not my favorite, but it's good. That's the back. All right. Now this is a big one here. London Calling, with that classic photo, and that's Paul Simonon breaking his bass on stage. You know, and they got this whole idea for the picture from the Elvis debut album, Elvis Presley. The colors and everything. Pretty neat. But I like this one better than the Elvis cover, obviously. It's just cooler looking. Smashing a bass. Wham! Oh, I always like this. This album includes lyric content which may be offensive to some members of the public. Ooh. This was released in 1979. Here's the back. 10th of November, yep. And it went, no, wrong. I looked at the wrong line, my bad. London Calling was released the 14th of December, 1979, okay? And it charted number 9 in the UK and 127 on the Billboard here in the US, which is surprising. I thought it would chart higher because this was a pretty popular album. Went silver in the UK and platinum in the US. See, it sold 1 million copies here. And, you know, the London Calling was a single. That's a good song. I like Jimmy Jazz. Clamp Down was another single. And Train in Vain, yeah. Yep, that's a good album too. I like Clamp Down also. This is a really good album, actually. It's a double too. What's weird about them, they go double and then the next one's a triple. It's got like 36 songs. I'll get to that. But yeah, The London Calling. This is a cool album. Not just the cover, but it's great. It's a really good listen all the way through. Alright, now we move on to Sandinista. Triple album. How many songs are on here? 6, 12, 18, 36 songs. Oops, sorry. 36 songs. But it's good, you know what I mean? I don't think this sold as well. No. It only went gold here in the U.S. But it was released on the 12th of December, 1980. And it charted 19 on the U.K. and 24 here in the U.S. on Billboard. And it went silver in the U.K. also. And the singles were The Call Up, Hitsville, UK, and The Magnificent Seven. Now, I do like The Magnificent Seven a lot. Something About England. Ivan Meets G.I. Joe. Somebody Got Murdered. There's a lot of good tracks on here. I don't know why that this didn't sell as well as London Calling. It's actually really good. The more I look at the songs, I haven't listened to it for a while, but it's good. This is a good listen too. Sandinista. And the last one I have is Combat Rock. They released another album after this called Cut the Crap, but I don't have it. So, London Calling. This is the one I remember the most as a kid. Okay? This is pretty much where I discovered the Clash. Because of Should I Stay or Should I Go? Which I told you at the beginning of the video. I got to turn the page. Holy crap. Alright. It was released the 14th of May, 1982. And it charted number 2 in the UK and 7 on Billboard. And it sold 2 million copies here in the US. And went gold in the UK. But yeah, this is another good album. It's got more variety than the other ones. It's commercial. It just goes all different directions. With all the variety, I think that was what made it popular. But yeah, Know Your Rights is a single, Rock the Casbah, and Should I Stay or Should I Go? But, you know, there's other really good songs on here. I like Car Jamming. Overpowered by Funk. Yep. Yeah, this is a good album. I really like it. And like I said, man, that video, Should I Stay or Should I Go? That's the first thing I ever saw of the Clash in 1982. I turned 17 that year. So, but anyway, that's all I have for the Clash. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a good night.